moments of peace and tranquility can feel like an elusive dream in today's fast paced world. Meditation is a powerful tool to help us cultivate mindfulness and achieve inner calm. Joining me this morning are two lovely ladies, Rupa Naidu and Swapna Hegde from Heartfulness Institute, a global nonprofit organization that offers simple meditation-based practices that nurture inner peace and the overall well-being of individuals and the broader community. Today, we will learn more about heartfulness and the importance of daily meditation. I'm so excited because honestly, I'm not into meditation. So I think after this hour, I probably will get influenced.
We'll try our best. Try our best. Yeah.
So good morning, ladies. Welcome to Chai Time.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, so good to see you all.
It's so good to be here.
All right, so let's begin with a brief introduction of yourself and your roles in the organization.
Sure.
So, an introduction to myself first,
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yes.
So my name is Rupa Naidu, and I have, been doing heartfulness meditation for about 30 years now. That dates me a lot, by the way. So I've been doing this meditation for a while, but I became a trainer about 8 or 9 years ago. And I am a yoga and meditation instructor with Heartfulness. And I do have a day job. I do work as an IT project manager. And I've been doing that as well for a pretty long time. So that's about me. That's my introduction.
All right. And how about you?
Hi. So I'm Swapna, and I have been meditating for last 13 years. For my day job, I am an export control research analyst, and I work at Rice University. So I work with a lot of federal regulations, and I help researchers. That's my day job. In contrary to, my passion, which is meditation. So I am also a heartfulness trainer. I became a trainer a year ago. So after meditating for about 13 years, I was like, okay, I need to take this to the next level. Yes. So, and it's been wonderful.
Yeah, well, that's great. So you all have had a fascinating journey for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So tell us, what is heartfulness?
So heartfulness is a set of meditation practices. It's also a way of life. What we do is really just three parts. The basics of heartfulness are there's a morning meditation, there is a cleaning practice in the evening, and there's a night prayer. Those are the three basic elements of heartfulness. But as a way of life, there are many different parts of the practice that people get to discover at their own pace, and that's really all you get to start with when you first begin.
Okay. So what inspired you both to practice heartfulness meditation?
For me, I was when I was younger, I was reading a lot of texts, spiritual texts and help yourself texts, The Secret, and Eckhart Tolle's books and all that stuff. And everybody talks about that life is just not about making money, buying houses and cars and all that. Everybody tells that this is not it. So I wanted to know, what is it? What is it about? So everybody tells that life is about enriching your soul, enriching yourself within, and it's about peace. But how do you get it? So I wanted to find practical tools where I can apply all this beautiful theory to life. So that's when heartfulness came in my life. It gave me tools wherein I could put in all these big words to practice. A simple meditation practice that I could do along with my studies, along with my job, along with a busy life. So I was looking for something like that, and then heartfulness happened, and it was exactly that. A simple practice that helps me get peace every day, keeps me calm through difficult situations. And yes, it's been wonderful doing it every day and, reaping all the benefits.
I have to say, so when you see certain people and their energies, you can kind of just feel, right?
Yes.
And like with the two of you, you guys, from the moment that we saw you, you both had the most amazing smiles on your face. And I can feel that sense of like just calmness with you guys. And I mean, if you guys are tuned into Facebook, you will see this, what we are seeing, that
Yes.
there is this calmness within you guys. And now I see why.
Yeah, this is great energy just
Yes.
coming out of you all. Yeah.
And heartfulness is a big part of that, because we are not rattled constantly. Like heartfulness helps us to anchor ourselves to the calmness and the peace within.
We all need that.
Yes.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Yes.
Like, like early also through the introduction, I was saying, like, in this fast-paced world, right? And with technology, we are so focused on all of that. We forget the simple things in life sometimes. We forget to breathe.
Yes.
I think.
That's
That is
right.
so
That's
Yeah.
true.
Right?
I mean, her and I will have conversations, and we literally tell each other, breathe. Like,
Yes.
it's going to be okay.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
each other's anchors.
Yeah, take those few seconds.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
So how about you, Rupa?
So for my experiences with heartfulness, so for me, I was just 18. The practice has been around, the heartfulness practice has been around for 75 years. But when I discovered it, at 18, I was feeling like a complete misfit. I didn't fit in with my group of friends. I didn't fit in at home. But when I went to the ashram, this was in Bangalore. I grew up in Bangalore. That's a place where everyone just meditates together. There's people with different backgrounds, and everyone just meditating. And the energy, what you're seeing, just the two of us, when you see that with the hundreds of people, suddenly I didn't feel like I was not fitting in anymore. It just felt like home. So heartfulness has been home for me for as long as it has been. I wish the same for my own children, in fact, that they would find something that will make them feel that comfortable in their own skin. And over the years, what's happened is, I've been meditating for different reasons. I got married when I was having little children, handling, the struggles of being that new parent, and then a new job, managing through the struggles of that. Every stage of my life, heartfulness has been what has anchored me. And over the, last few years, I took it, a little more seriously by becoming an instructor, and seeing others benefit from the practice as well has been the most gratifying for me. When I see my students, whether they're doing yoga or they're doing meditation, it's one of the most beautiful things to see people set goals for themselves, accomplish those goals, and see that their lives are better because of it. That's one of the most gratifying things for me.
Yeah, so you literally see the changes, because when that person comes to you and say, I want to start this journey of meditation, that person has basically down the road has transformed into a new person.
Yes, and heartfulness is
so
a really
beautiful.
good catalyst for that. See, transformation is natural. I think there are so many practices out there that really, when followed diligently, can get you to your goals. Heartfulness is a really good catalyst. I think sitting in stillness and experiencing, it's the power of your own existence, the power of your breath, the power of who you are, and bringing that to every moment that you live in is something that heartfulness gives you some tools to harness.
Yeah. I mean, the way y'all are talking, y'all are so calm. Yeah. There's this calmness. For some reason, I'm being...
Are we pulling you into our calm? None of my friends are going to believe you, by the way. None of my colleagues are going to believe that I am this calm person. I'm glad
Well, we're feeling that energy.
See, because some of my friends will ask me, are you meditating to get more energy? Are you doing meditation to be just a calm person? I think a lot of where I get my energy, I'm known as a very energetic person around my circle of friends. Heartfulness is the basis of that. There's no other source of energy for me. Sometimes you can experience blocks in how you live your life, and the way to really clear those blocks are through the heartfulness cleaning practice, and that has been instrumental in me being as energetic as I am. So I won't just say I'm a very, very calm and peaceful person all the time.
No, I mean, I think
But-
you're pretty much balanced. I mean, this is the first time I'm meeting you, but as I'm
Right.
talking to you, I feel like you have a good balance in the sense you seem like a person with full of fun as well, who I can go party with.
Yes.
And then at the same time,
Yeah.
someone I can talk to who will
Yeah.
kind of, calm me down as well if I'm
Absolutely.
agitated.
You got it right. You got it.
And people think that meditation is difficult, right? And
Yes.
the reality is it's absolutely not. Because meditation comes naturally to us human beings. We are constantly meditating, believe it or not. When you're thinking constantly about something, in a way you're meditating. So, but what differs is the focus of that meditation. We are constantly thinking about our children. We are constantly thinking about money, our jobs, security in life. We are focusing on that stuff. But instead, we need to focus on our inner, inner purity or inner love. So when that focus changes from all these rattling things to something that is constant, that is you, your inner love and your inner peace, then, you're kind of free. And that meditation becomes more effective and something that percolates to everything in your life. So, yeah, we are constantly meditating. Meditation is easy. It's not difficult. Only thing what we need to change is the focus of that meditation.
Yeah. So can you share some meditation practices with us?
Sure. Yeah, why not? So, the heartfulness meditation is nothing but focusing, just having simple supposition that the source of divine light is in my heart. And then closing your eyes and trying to not fight with anything.
So when you have like thoughts
Yes.
that are constantly like
Yes.
coming into your mind, like how do you shut that out, or do you shut that out?
So the analogy I like to give is like it's like driving. You're driving, then there are constantly cars passing by you. You're not focusing on this car or that car. You're focusing on your path. So don't pay attention to those thoughts, and they will literally fall away. Treat them like clouds that are passing. And bring your attention back to the heart and have the supposition again that the source of divine light is in my heart. It's as simple as that.
So is there like a mantra?
There's no mantra. There's no chanting. Yes. So there is no ritualistic practices. There is no mantra. There is no chanting. There is no beads. There is nothing.
Yeah.
It's only the simple supposition that we do. And only thing that is required is an open, willing heart and some time you're willing to give yourself. This is the only thing that's required for heartfulness meditation.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And there's a lot of trainers. So in
Yes.
Houston, we have 15 trainers. Globally, there's 10,000 trainers
Wow.
and growing. There's practitioners, more than 2 million from the last video I saw. So everyone does this as a volunteer service. So there's no charge for the meditation. I think that's unique as well. And everyone is trained, by the Heartfulness Institute. So everyone that comes out as a Heartfulness trainer knows what they're doing, and they volunteer their time for free. And I think that's really noble
Yes,
and should be
absolutely.
mentioned. Yeah.
So the easiest way to find a trainer is we have something called as a Heartfulness app. Just download the app and you can search in that if there is a trainer in your vicinity in 25 miles.
Oh,
And you can contact them directly from the app. And the trainer will contact you back and then you guys can set time and then, start meditating.
oh wow. So it would be like would they come to you? You would go to them? Or?
Depends on the trainer and the person. So if they want, the person can go to the trainer's place or they can meet at a coffee shop and meditate. Why not?
Yeah.
Or find
I would
something.
love to have like a meditation session for us girls.
Yes, and we would love to do that for you
We'll do
all.
some yoga and meditation.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
That
Schedule
would
it.
be, yeah.
I'll be there.
Because I know Rupa is a certified yoga and
Yeah.
meditation
Oh, wow.
instructor, right?
Yeah.
So tell us what are the benefits of combining both? Since we are talking about
Yeah.
yoga and meditation.
So I want to give a shout out to my teacher, Robert Bustani. He is one of the oldest yoga teachers in Houston, and he's highly respected. And I trained with him about close to 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the benefit of doing both yoga and meditation, in fact, a lot of people have other physical practices that somehow get that, energy and the juices flowing in their body. But I found that yoga, when you do a good practice that involves up to 30 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes, it's a way to start breathing. Like you said, you tell each other to breathe. You can set some practices that make your breathing easier. Then you start to get easier in your body. I don't know if you've ever experienced. You wake up in the morning, you're still sleepy, right? So if you want if you don't want to fall asleep during meditation, you should probably do a 15-minute yoga practice, right? Or if you're feeling a little bit of anxiety, then pranayama is a good practice. You can start with some breathing techniques that'll really get your mind a little calmer. And then you sit for meditation. That way you're not sitting there anxious the whole time. You've calmed down already. And so the way the meditation works, you start with you may start with 10 thoughts, maybe 100 thoughts. Some people, random thoughts just start flooding in, right? Mm-hmm. And then you come down to maybe one recurring thought. You can't seem to push that away, right? And then there's resolution. Somehow there's a resolution that comes to the thought. Sometimes you have to tell that thought, I'll come to you later, or you have to say, no, this is not a problem. Whatever you decide, that thought needs to rest, and then you continue to meditate. The beauty of doing yoga before that meditation is the number of thoughts that are probably going on is probably just 5 or 3 thoughts when you start, right? Rather than the 10 thoughts that you would start with. Because already during your meditation practice, there's a way to release all of those tension and stress out of your body just by doing the yoga. There's an alternative to that. Like I said, yoga, pranayama is one alternative. The third is relaxation practice. There's a body scan meditation that you can do that starts with paying attention to each part of the body, starting from the feet, the toes, all the way up to the top of your head. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes. And the best part about that is you can include your whole family. Meditation is a very private practice, yes, right? But the relaxation and yoga, and that's why I think because we love community, because we love doing these things with our family, you can do the heartfulness relaxation as a family practice, like a 10-minute practice, that you can just relax, help you just calm down. And if your family is open enough, you can even do yoga pranayama, but that's a different story. That's probably better with your friends. It's more popular to do with your friends and, co-workers maybe, I don't know. But and heartfulness relaxation is something that I recommend just before you start meditation, and that's a way to eliminate the number of thoughts that might come during meditation.
Okay. Yeah, in fact, even kids can do heartfulness relaxation.
Really?
Yeah, after a hard day at school, so evening the family can sit together and do heartfulness relaxation. The meditation is advised for people who are 15 and older. But heartfulness relaxation, even children can do it. Yes.
I need my 13-year-old to do that.
Yes.
Teenagers.
Teenagers, exactly.
So it helps you become calm because you're focusing more on the breath and the breath traveling through your body. So it calms you down. It makes you a little docile, I think.
Yeah.
So after a high-riding day, heartfulness relaxation really relaxes you out.
Does it need to be done on a regular basis?
Yeah, that is something, it's just like going to the gym.
Yes.
Otherwise, every time you come to it, it's going to feel like the first time, and it's going to be slightly hard to do. So if you have a regular practice, you won't feel the resistance that you would feel if you did it once in a while. But whatever your routine is, let's say let's say you commit to doing this 3 times a week. Let's just say that is the loosest, I've never told any of my students you can do this 3 times a week, but just in case.
Yeah.
But I think being committed to it is going to get you the best results, and doing it daily can really transform your life. Yes. You can see the transformation happen, and that's why it's something that you should commit to doing. I want to go back to wanting your 13-year-old to do it. So let's say you did the heartfulness relaxation once with the app or with the YouTube guidance, then having them sit with you and them, because it's very easy cues, let them walk you through it, it gives them the autonomy, it gives them the, kind of, they are leading you through this practice. You're going to, yeah, it's a really great hack, I think, because I have teenagers as well. Having them sit me through a relaxation has been like, you're gonna thank me later.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to download the app.
Yes.
You know, a friend of mine, he's very much into meditation.
Yeah.
And we always joke around with him because all of us are not really into that, right? But he just came back from this trip where, I don't know what it's called, I forgot the name, but he goes there, there's no phones, there's no talking, and he did that kind of meditation.
10 days? Did he go for 10
Yes, I think he went for
Vipassana.
10.
Yeah,
Is that what
Vipassana.
I think it's
Yeah, I
Vipassana,
think so.
yeah.
And so he's very into the meditation part of it, and in fact, he meditates every day and all. But when he came back, I heard that he has to kind of get back into that because you get different. No, you're a different person. I think. So,
yes.
and he's always been kind of very calm to talk to, and that's probably what meditation has done for him.
Yes.
Because when he's talking, or even when there is anything, he doesn't get very, like uptight or very baffled by things and all. He'll just be very calm. Even when he talks, his voice is very, just like yours, very, very like down and calm, and takes time to kind of talk and explain, not in a fast-paced mode kind of a thing. So.
That's very impressive. I have never done a 10-day retreat. It's something that I feel like they should be worshipped. People who can do that, they're a little superhuman, I think.
Yeah.
And I know that people who have done it, like exactly like you said, you have to come and reintegrate into your own life.
Yes.
And you do it with a little higher level of awareness. There's a sense of autonomy in your own life. You realize that everything that you're experiencing is a result of somehow your thoughts or your past actions, and somehow you can actually affect your future by changing maybe some of your behaviors and your thoughts. That level of awareness is something that I wish all of us could get. And I think with heartfulness, the simplicity, it's very deceiving, but it's the regularity of it. And there's also a combination of different practices, like a morning meditation combined with the cleaning and a night prayer. And then weekly, we actually meet as a group in India House. Every Sunday, we meet there. And that is, again, another beautiful reset in the week. These things, when you combine them together, over time, they start to show that you're integrated in your life while you're making changes also in your life. It's not for the faint of heart, for sure. I do want to say, I make it sound very simple, but sometimes it's a lot. Like, what you're saying about reintegrating.
Yeah.
This is about constant reintegration, right? Like you're seeing your life unfold, and you have to make changes while you're living that life, and it's a interesting way.
I think a lot of it is about taking charge of your thoughts, taking charge of your life. And that ultimately is taking charge of all the actions that you're doing, because you're trying to face yourself in a way when you're meditating, because you're seeing your thoughts very clearly. And sometimes it's like, oh, is this the person that I am? So you're facing yourself. But it also helps you to take that towards betterment, because now you know what you really are, and you're facing yourself, and you have the power to change it. Because unless and until you do not know who you are, how are you going to change it, change to the betterment, or towards bringing real transformation in yourself? So meditation helps you with that, and it brings a pause in life. Like you're saying, that calmness, where is it coming from?
Yeah.
It's because you're not jumping into situations. You're taking a pause. You're thinking, is this really what I want to do? So heartfulness is a way of going from thinking to feeling. Because we are constantly thinking, and we're not doing anything about it.
Correct.
And we are thinking, and this web of thoughts is always keeping us stressed, is always keeping us busy. So instead, if we start doing what we feel from within, I think our lives would be much better.
Yeah.
So it's a way to go from thinking to feeling.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, because when we talk about stress, we always say talk about it, communicate with someone, get someone to talk. But I think this is another great option, another great way to kind of have meditation and, like do
Yes.
meditation, because then you are talking about it, yes, but also you are finding another avenue where you can just sit and be calm and, like kind of focus on yourself. Basically.
Yes.
Makes a difference.
Yes, and it also helps you, I think, put your priorities in place, kind of, because when all these thoughts are running through, sometimes what happens is, you are like seeing things more better. All that clutter is going away, and you're putting your priorities in order. Okay, this is what I need to actually do to whatever sort out a certain issue or a situation in life. So because all that web is slowly dissolving, and you're seeing things more clearly.
So has this improved in the workplace environment as well, meditation?
Definitely. Like, Rupa must have experienced that too. Like, what I like to do is I call it, shots of meditation. What I like to do is in between my work, say in between two meetings, right? When there is a break, I like to close my eyes and just reconnect with myself for a couple of minutes, so that I'm like, all that frustration, all that anger or whatever, like, why are you not doing it when it can be just done? All that, frustration or all that tussle that you feel with co-workers, it just goes down. And you're ready for the next one. You go in with a fresh mind, you go in with, calmness, so that when something is not going according to what you thought, you're not jumping on the person or you're not pouncing on the situation. You're taking a pause. You're thinking, does this even need my reaction? And only then words are coming out of your mouth. So that solves a lot of issues in workplace.
How about you?
I do want to say, I want to remember that Heartfulness, the institute itself, offers corporate programs. They offer programs to the government. There's also CME. So the idea is that exactly what she said, you have something that you can always use even at work. If you have some time, like, a few minutes that you can take for meditation, you just sit and you do what's called a stress detox. There are specific meditation sequences that have been put together so that you can use it during your workday. And for me, for sure, I struggle a lot with emotional eating. Okay, I work from home, and the pantry is stacked, even though it shouldn't be. So having a practice that it's not always successful, that some people can really take it to another level. So I work with people all day long. So really, my goal is always living with that meditative mindset throughout the day. And that is a work in progress. I won't say I mastered this, because every time you think you mastered it, you always encounter a new situation where, somebody is just opened up another avenue to trigger you, right?
Yes. Yes.
So how was it during COVID? I'm just curious.
I hate to tell you that my time was not that hard. I work in IT, so we all work from home.
Okay.
It was, and we all meditated on Zoom. So we had our Zoom sessions every Sunday. We also did our trainer sessions one-on-ones on Zoom. So, shout out to doctors who did all the heavy lifting during that time. So nothing.
Yeah. But I'm sure there were a lot more people who might be interested in meditation.
Yes,
Yes.
I agree. I had a few new joiners at the time that came seeking, and I would actually meet them in my backyard because I wouldn't let them in the house. And we would meditate in the backyard with our masks on. And that was definitely, you're right.
Yeah,
I forgot
quite an
about
experience during that time, for sure, right?
Like, I used to work in a lab environment. Like, the company that I used to work for actually manufactured the machines that test COVID. So we had to go in every day to work. We did not have an option to sit at home because these machines had to come out into the market, and it was a manufacturing rush for us. So, and it was like lab environment, clean environment. So you're constantly in mask, you're triple masked, gloves and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But during this time when, life was different from as we knew it, I think it is constantly meditating and knowing that there is this avenue of peace within me that I can dip into was super helpful. So, but our practices were going on, like our group meditations were all on Zoom. So it was also a way to connect with the community, not maybe in person, but on, virtual medium. But we were seeing our fellow practitioners, and that was like, we used to wait for group meditations to see other people on calls and meditate with them. So yeah, we had a lot of new joinees during that time. And yeah, it was a source of happiness and feeling connection. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so let's go on a short break, and when we return, we will continue our conversation. This is Chai Time, 103.5 Hum FM. Welcome back to Chai Time on 103.5 Hum FM. I am in conversation with Swapna and Rupa from Heartfulness Institute, and we have been talking about meditation. It's been such an eye-opener for Sasha and myself. We are on this path where we are on this healthy lifestyle path. We talk about our food, we are changing our lifestyle. We work out together, we go to Svenga. And Svenga is basically 20 minutes of spin, 20 minutes of strength, and 20 minutes of yoga. So we do have that time after strength where we kind of wind down, we cool down, and we do those 20 minutes. And just doing yoga, like 20 minutes of yoga, really helps us.
It does.
Yeah, and we really enjoy that. So we have been on this path, and I think next is going to be meditation for us.
Yes. I need to get on the ball.
Yeah. And we're going to connect with you ladies.
Yes. So along with physical wellness, mental wellness too, it makes a big part of, our general health and general of how we feel about ourselves. So meditation definitely comes in as a mental wellness tool.
Yes.
And it helps to de-stress and feel better about yourself. So yeah, definitely adding a meditation session along with your spin class and with Spanga will give you more benefits.
Yeah, absolutely. So I wanted to debunk some of the myths about meditation. So let's get to that. Because I know many times when we are talking about meditation, we joke about it a lot. Someone who is really into meditation, we try and, we are always like, don't understand it, right? So let's get into some of those misconceptions. Sure. Meditation must be practiced in silence. Is that a fact?
I think you will get to that point where it can be practiced in silence, but I do know people who will use cues and need that when you first start. Okay. And that is okay to do. There are sometimes you will need, some chanting or some music in the side when you meditate. There are different ways to approach meditation. For those who have experienced meditation in silence, they will feel it is the most superior of it because you go deep inside and you're exploring that meditative experience in a completely uncharted and very bold way. And that can feel like very liberating, but that is not the only way. You can start where you're at and whatever style of meditation that you find interesting, whether it's with music, whether it's with cues, with an app, wherever you start, I think it's a good place. And, myths like this turn people away from meditation. That's why I'd like to say it's a myth.
Yeah, people can start with guided meditation, which is with the cues, and there'll be calming music in the background. So, it goes pretty well because you don't have to keep second guessing about what you're doing. So, yeah, heartfulness guided meditation, is a good way to start. So it's totally a myth that you have to be in perfect silence now.
Yeah, because I know, people who like to socialize, who like to talk, the majority of them will say, it's not for me because I need a person to talk to. I need, something like that, right?
Yes.
You'll say, I cannot be in silence.
Yes.
Meditation has to be like in a silent environment.
Yeah.
Okay, so meditation does not work if your mind wanders.
Not true.
This mind here.
She always has the to-do list.
Everybody, I mean, I have not encountered people who are naturally just calm in meditation. We've all come here to calm that wandering mind, to still and bring focus to it, and that's
Yeah.
a work in progress, and there are benefits to it, which is why we want to do it. It doesn't start with an unwandering mind, if that's a word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's natural work of the mind to run all around. We call it monkey mind, right? So your mind keeps jumping from thoughts to thoughts. So that is how your mind naturally is. You cannot stop it from wandering. And I think that's where the meditation practice comes in, where it helps you to not wander as much. You know, there's nothing called as perfect still mind. So only thing what you can do is, as I was telling before, focus on things that are important. Focus on things within you than focusing on thoughts that will make you more rattled and raffled. Yeah.
Meditation is hard.
I don't want to say anything. It is. Some days it is.
Yes.
Really.
I think it is as simple as you want it to be, and it is as hard as you want to make it.
Yeah.
Meditation, by per se, by theory, is super simple. But then it's we who create all that, assumptions of it either being good or bad.
Yeah.
And there's also I've sat through even last 2 Sundays ago. I had one of the hardest meditations. As I was sitting there, I felt like I was seeing something about myself that I just didn't like, and that was a hard meditation for me. But the day after, the Monday, I noticed that I was approaching my work and my life with a sense of honesty that I didn't have before the meditation on Sunday. So it can be hard some days, but they can be transformational if you let yourself experience it. I'll leave it at that. It seems a little mysterious.
Rupa's looking at your She's a very expressive person.
She is.
I try to keep a straight face, but I just can't.
So whenever we see reels on Instagram reels and
Yes.
there's like a friend with expressions, we right away send it to us.
True.
Okay, so meditation is a religious practice?
No, it is not. It is not. Meditation per se has nothing to do with religion, but there are many religions who have incorporated meditation in their practices. So meditation is purely a spiritual practice, and it is nothing to do with religion. It is a tool for mental wellness. It is scientific. It is, experiential. So meditation per se brings that focus and brings that sense of peace to you. So a lot of religions incorporate it in their prayer service or in their practices, in their puja, so that when people are leaving the place of worship, they feel that calmness and take the calmness with them.
Nothing to add.
Nicely.
Okay, I have a couple of more. Meditation takes hours.
Do you want to take this one?
So in the heartfulness practice, which is what I know, there's a morning meditation. Typically it's 30 minutes. If you want to extend it, there are people who do extend it for more than 30 minutes.
Okay.
There's an evening cleaning practice that's again up to 30 minutes. I have myself done it from 15 to 30 minutes. And then there's a night prayer that's about 5 minutes before you go to bed. These are the basic elements of the practice. Of course, there's more you can add to it depending on your stage in life, on your personal needs and so on. But the basic elements are the meditation, which is a very passive experience. You just sit there and give the supposition that you're connecting to the source, and you receive, that life force, prana, as we call. So you sit there with that passive energy. But in the evening time, when we do a cleaning practice, It's a very active practice. You give a suggestion that you're letting go of any past impressions and any impurities that might be part of you that you're either aware of or unaware of. You just let that go. And that builds your willpower, really, and you'll start to see a certain lightness in your whole being. And that is the evening practice. And then the night prayer is just about connecting to the source, connecting to the deepest part of yourself, and letting yourself stay in that thought overnight, so that when you wake up in the morning, you're connected again. And the way I'm making it sounds very simple. It is simple. The only thing, the challenges are that our life puts a little bit of complexity into these practices, because you could be feeling a certain type of way one night before you go to bed, or you could be feeling a certain way one evening. You could be feeling a different way in the morning, and that requires you to just give a suggestion that you're letting go of those impurities and imperfections, and then you start your practice so that you feel a little calm and connected. For anyone that feels like this is a lot, I think the benefits of connecting to the deepest part of yourself that is connected to whatever you call is the source, which is pure and divine, the benefit of feeling that connected is going to override the time that it takes. So if the way I gave it to you right now, it's about a 1 hour, starting from about 45 minutes to a 1 hour, 15-minute kind of practice.
Which
so
is not bad at all.
Which isn't a lot, but it can seem that way when you first start.
Yeah.
And but I have a question. So is it suggested that you lay down and do this, or sit up and do this? Like how, or you could do it whatever way you're comfortable.
So we do not suggest that you lay down and do it, because probably you'll be so relaxed you'll go to sleep. So it's preferred that your spine is straight. Yeah, or if you're, sit in a comfortable position, whichever is comfortable, your legs can be the way you want to keep them. If you want to, lean back and get support to your back, you can do that. So preferably not sleeping. If you can sit straight, if you're physically capable of sitting straight, so keep your spine straight and do the meditation. Because, you want to reap all the benefits of it whenever you're doing it. So one of the benefits of meditation is it gives you the same amount of relaxation and rejuvenation that you get in your REM sleep. So 8 hours of REM sleep, you get like 20-30 minutes of, in 8 hours of sleep, you get 20-30 minutes of REM sleep. So in meditation, you go into the same kind of mental wavelength wherein you are experiencing the benefits of REM sleep. So that's why it's preferred that you do it and, in a active position than doing sleeping.
Yeah.
Of course, if you, sometimes it happens to me. Sometimes when, I have a big meeting tomorrow or something, a project launch or something like that, I have so many thoughts going on at night that I cannot sleep. That time, when I'm feeling like, okay, if I do not sleep now, my tomorrow is going to be really bad. So I pray, I meditate a little, and then I try to go to sleep so that my mind calms down. So, also...
The benefit of sitting up and meditating, in my experience, is you want to take that meditative mindset or that meditative person throughout the day. For me I'm a rule breaker. I have tried meditating while lying down, right after yoga. What I find is sitting up and meditating creates a sense of awareness in me that I can then translate to the rest of my day.
Yes.
Which is what one more benefit. I'm sure the hierarchy of the gurus that came up with the practice had their reasoning, but my after having experience lying down and sitting up, is I want to take that meditative mindset and that meditative person, experience life and be that person. Like even when I'm here with you, I want to bring that person with me who's
So we have a lot of people watching us, as well as a lot of listeners tuned in. And for someone who is interested in starting meditation and joining the organization, can you walk us through of how that, how does one go about reaching out to Heartfulness, and how does it start?
Sure. So the simplest way is through Heartfulness app. You can download the app, look for a trainer in your area. Then we have our Heartfulness Houston Instagram and Facebook pages. So people can DM us, and then we will connect them with a trainer. So you have to just go to Instagram or Facebook and search for Heartfulness Houston, and you can just private messages, and then we will be able to help you out. We have a website, Heartfulness Institute. If you Google it, the website comes up, and that too has resources where you can reach a trainer. So yeah, there are so many ways you can reach us.
And if you're not ready to meet with someone and practice, the Heartfulness app has some guided meditation, guided relaxation, guided cleaning that you just, take a week and just experiment with it and see how you feel with it.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
She's your fast girl.
And even on YouTube, like if you go to YouTube and search for Heartfulness, there are so many videos.
Yeah.
Like the Global Guide of Heartfulness, Kamlesh Patel, whom we lovingly call Daji, has so many short reels and short videos over there about all the relevant topics of our lives. Like, how to reduce stress. So he has an answer. Or, relationships, how to better them, how to better yourself, things like that, short snippets and beautiful videos that you can watch and just, get to know what heartfulness is about. So there's guided meditation on YouTube as well.
Okay.
Yeah, there's guided meditation,
Audible.
relaxation.
I've actually done
Yeah.
a couple of them and still can't shut the brain off. So
Yes.
I'm going to try this one.
Yes.
Yeah. I do want to mention the Kanha Shantivanam, which is the international headquarters of Heartfulness. It's close to Hyderabad. It's in Telangana, in India. And it is a large, I think it's 12,000 acres of land that was taken. It was barren land. It's now a rainforest with really species of trees that are not native to the area as well. They've won numerous awards for their eco-conservation efforts, but really what the highlight is that there's a meditation hall that can have about 100,000 people. It's the largest meditation
100,000
can
Yes.
meditate together. So it's
Imagine the energy in that.
Yes.
Powerful.
so that is one of the places that I hope that you get to visit, and everyone I meet, I tell them the same thing. You're gonna love that place when you visit. And also there are other programs as well. There are for schools, there are programs, there's programs for sports, there's a wellness center at the Kana Shantivanam, and we try to replicate those same programs, the corporate programs, the government programs, the school programs, or even while in the US. And there are different programs that we do in Houston as well. And they are shorter, they're like a 6-week program. That can be like an introduction to meditation and the different techniques that you can follow in different areas of your life. So, Kanha Shantivanam, going back to that, Telangana, India, and it's one of the most beautiful ashrams you would have ever seen.
Wow.
And Google it. Yeah, actually go find it on YouTube, go watch a video. You're going to be
A lot of things to do today.
Yeah. And if there is something for every age group. For kids, there is a program called as Brighter Minds, which allows them to penetrate more into the brain power, into their mind power. And if you go and look on YouTube, there are beautiful videos where kids with their eyes closed are able to guess the color of balls and things like that, because Brighter Minds program allows them to go beyond what we think as limitations of our, intelligence and of our mind. So yeah, that's a very enriching program for children that we have called Brighter Minds.
That's good. Yeah. So you're covering all different ages as well.
Yes. So Brighter Minds is exclusively for children.
Children.
Yes.
Okay. Now you have a couple of books here.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Sure.
You want to talk about this one? Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Sure. So this book is The Heartfulness Way. This is a very conversational book. The way we are having a conversation right now. So Joshua Pollock, who's one of the writers, is having conversation with Kamlesh Patel, Daji, and he is asking the most basic questions that we all have. What is meditation? How does it work? Why do we need it? And stuff like that each of us have in our mind, but we don't know how to find answers to. So Heartfulness Way is a beautiful, beautiful book that is fun to read and it's very light, you know. It talks about what heartfulness meditation is. It talks about cleaning. It talks about how our lives have changed and how this practice can help us every day. So this is like the basic book of, you know, heartfulness. Yeah. So this is available on Amazon. It is also available on Heartfulness HFN Life. So I ordered it on Amazon yesterday to bring it here. So it's easily accessible. It's available on Kindle as audiobook and, you know, in all formats. Yeah.
Maybe I can talk about this one. Because
Yes.
Actually, when I picked the sari today,
Was inspired by the book. I love it.
so this is Spiritual Anatomy. It is the latest book in a series of books that Daji has written. And it is talking about the 16 chakras and the spiritual anatomy, which is a new concept. Most people have heard of the 7 chakras, but this is 16, and it's really an exploration of what your experience will be as you go through these chakras while doing your meditation. Over a series of time, you will have different experiences in meditation, and the way to correlate that to where you're at in your spiritual progress is it's like a book to refer to. That'll give you an idea of, which chakra you're operating from. So something that is a little bit of a harder read than the Heartfulness Way, but as you progress in the practice, this will become what, you'll need.
Oh, wow. That's
And when
amazing.
there's
Thank
a need,
you.
the book is available.
Yeah.
Do you want to share some of your upcoming events?
Yes. So Heartfulness Houston does a lot of events all year round. So one of the events that is coming up is the Peace Walk.
Oh, yeah.
So we are celebrating the International Day of Peace, and it's this weekend, the coming weekend, and it's at Sugarland Memorial Park.
Yeah, and
Oh, that's close for us.
I thought so. So Sugarland Memorial Park, we have a peace walk that starts at 7:30. We thought it'll be a little hot to do it later. So 7:30. I think I don't know the name of the exact pavilion, but I will share that flyer with you. So there is a peace walk it's around the lake, by the way. It's around the lake. It's at 7:30, followed by yoga at 8:30. The yoga will be a short yoga session followed by sound healing. And then after sound healing, we'll just have a bit of refreshments, which means we'll just talk to each other a little bit, and then we'll do a peace intention prayer, which is a short prayer, which is just about, encouraging peace as a community. So bringing the whole community together, focusing on peace for ourselves, inner peace, and that how that translates to how we relate to each other. So that is on this Saturday. The following Saturday, which is September 28th, is at the Woodlands Hindu Temple. We have a recognition event for all the organizations that are contributing to inner peace for individuals in their community, and how that translates to, a wider, just small ripples of peace within their own communities. Then we have the Peace webinar series. That's all of October. So there's quite a few events that, we'd like people to know about that's coming up. But let's start with the Peace Walk, and then a recognition event at the end of September. That's on Saturday, 3 to 6 p.m., September 28th. And then the Peace webinar series, 2 a week, which we'll publish on Heartfulness Houston, so that everyone doesn't have to remember all at once.
Yeah, the easiest way is follow us on Heartfulness Houston, Instagram and Facebook, and you'll be updated with all the events as they come up.
Okay, and do they have to register as well?
Yes, so there is a registration link. There's an Eventbrite link. So if you go to the Heartfulness Houston page, we have our QR codes over there, which you can go and register for. So the Sugarland event should have a flyer saying Peace Walk, and there's a registration link with the QR code. You can scan it and, register.
And it's for the entire family. This weekend, I hope everyone comes with their entire families, because we hope that it'll be fun for them to do, whatever they do in a park, but also do a bit of a peace walk. We'll have some peace intentions. It's a little bit of a mindful way of experiencing that walk rather than just
walking. So before we wrap up, any concluding thoughts?
I would say that, when you experience peace within yourself, then we will start experiencing peace as a greater community. Because what are we? What is a community? It is nothing but a lot of individuals. So each individual heart experiencing peace will lead to peaceful communities and a peaceful world.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Rupa?
So for me, I do realize that we live in very complex times. A way to simplify your own life, a way to just see with clarity what you need to see, is meditation. So I hope everyone gives it a chance. Hope you too meditate with me. And that's what I hope that, that's my concluding thought, really.
Beautiful. We should get together, the
Yeah.
chai time, 6 of us, and
Yeah.
come and meet
Do
up
some
with you
yoga.
and do
Yoga
yoga and meditation
Yes.
together. That would be
Yeah.
nice.
Especially with the weather cooling down outside.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, ladies, so much for coming here
Thank you
and
both.
spending this hour with
Thank
us.
you.
It was very, quite an eye opener, very enlightening to learn so much about meditation and, about heartfulness. And I'm so glad that Sushma connected with me
Yes.
and we were able to bring this
Yeah.
to our audience. This is
Yes.
wonderful. You all are doing such great work. And we
Thank you
really
so much for
appreciate it.
having us here. The pleasure
Thank
has
you
been
both.
completely ours.
We're all leaving in a Zen mode right now.
calm.
Right?
For how long, I can't tell you, but
Thank you, listeners, for joining us here on Chai Time. We shall see you same time, same place. Signing off, Chai Time, 103.5, Hum FM.